Welcome to the sophomoric episode of Technical Timeout. That's right, week 1 of the UEL Season 9 is done, and the race for $1 million continues mañana. One and done, hit it and quit it? No, I think not. We're the UEL. We're in it for the long haul. We want to hold hands and take long walks on the beach, baby. There were winners and there were losers. Week 1, just like in any competition, because they were looking down the barrel of a gun, son of a gun, son of a what, son of a who, son of a you, getting paid, getting rich, boom! Like Haley the Hawk TUAH girl, I'm gonna change your life one loogie at a time. But I digress, because I've got one question for you and one question only. Are you ready? Because it's time to get down like a clown like Charlie Brown and turn that frown upside down. And it is time for the UEL to shine. So let's get down to that UEL beatdown. Summit, and contrary to popular belief, I am not the one who brought the potato salad with the raisins in it to the barbecue. I did not do that, I swear. Let's get locked in. It's time for the week that was. And now it's time for the week that was. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around, you could miss it. The ESL has banned SnapTap from Pro Tour events. Both Razer and Wooding have released keyboards with a SnapTap feature. Sounds dirty, doesn't it? Yeah, a little bit. SnapTap essentially grants the user cheat-like abilities when counter-strafing in FPS games like CSGO and Valorant. So UEL players, get out there and grab your SnapTap keyboard before the Kenny powers that be here at the UEL ban it. Hey, close that Amazon app. You cheater. I was just joking. Caught you. As we mentioned in the last episode, the Esports World Cup threw down recently, but so did the Valorant World Championships. Don't you want to know who took the esports cake and was crowned the prom queen by the viewers? I thought you would. Let's break down some numbers. While the EWC toted 19 games played, only 4 of those games had a peak viewership over 500,000, while 14 of those games only maxed out at 100K. Boo-hoo-hoo. While the New Kids on the Block, no relation, had a peak viewership of over 1.4 million viewers. And that's the Valorant Championships for you. Ooh, getting it done. Somebody was bigger. And finally, Boeing, the airline you're most likely to send your in-laws on over Thanksgiving, was in the news once again. Yep, as if it wasn't bad enough, you paid tons of money to get stuck in space for an extra month longer than expected. This Airbnb from hell has a strange banging sound coming from the Starliner. Nothing like loud, scary noises coming from your floating space coffin while you're waiting for your pee to recycle into water so you can make your spot of afternoon tea. And now it's time for the Champ and Chump. And now it's time for the best and the worst from the week that was, the Champ and the Chump. That's right, give me some of those highlights. The Champ and the Chump is brought to you by G Fuel. Don't drink water. Fish basically use it as their public bathroom. Drink G Fuel. Go to gfuel.com right now and use code Logan. Save yourself tons and tons of cash. The champ this week is none other than Nexus from the X Gods, beating out the fighting game GOAT Chris G, and then going on to finish off Kenna to secure the first win of the first game of their very first match of Season 9. That set a tone that said something like, "You can't come in here until you do the truffle shuffle, Shoguns."
I heard the mouth. Oh, he just said it's done. He's swinging. He's looking for it. Oh, parried again. He's going to say, another
He's
parry.
out of stamina. He's out of stamina.
He's going to do it. He's going to do it. Oh, the Shogun have fallen.
And that just proves to you, on any given day, you could die by the blade. And now it's time for the chump. Sad face. The chump goes to the Ghosts. Boo. That's right. The Ghosts allowed rookie sensation from the Reapers, Midnight, to sweep them in a Street Fighter 6 bonanza. That was just sweet.
A Midnight with a rookie sweep! With a rookie sweep! With a rookie sweep!
The Ghosts were ghastly in their first outing, allowing the rookie to take them for a walk and then hand them a broom and tell them, clean up after yourself, why don't you? However, that made up for Midnight shutting his game off in the middle of a match during Need for Speed. That was very chumpy, young man. And that was the champ and the chump. Now it's time to discuss our feelings. We've got issues. Maybe we should talk about this in private. It's time for Issues. And Issues is brought to you by Newer. Visit newer.com, use code Logan to save tons of money on all of your creator needs. Ask my grandmother. She's a content creator, a DJ, a professional COD player, and of course, a graphic designer. She goes to newer.com, uses code Logan, and saves 20% on all her pro gear at amateur pricing. Visit newer.com today. There were no trades to discuss this week, so what do you say we go straight Larry Bird and talk some trash? We had caster call-outs this week. Week number 1, and already it's getting down and dirty. Lockdown says DZ should bench himself and just coach. Maybe the Shoguns pick up Sparrow to fill that gap? Is it time for a complete overhaul after just week 1? Lockdown thinks so. What do you think? The third Hat Crew called out Billy the Goat regarding the new StarCraft 2 setup and gameplay. The very next day, Billy said, I came to win, battle me, that's a sin, and showed exactly why he is the GOAT and the UEL's top StarCrafter. I have a major issue with clock management, timeouts, and setups. For the love of God, the Ghost, Shoguns, X-Gods, and Cyclones all had issues with the administrative side of gaming. Most notably the Cyclones, who were wishing that they were sponsored by DeLorean so they could go back in time. Look, it was so bad that Bill Belichick had a stroke. That's how bad your time management is. You should send him a get well card. It is time to practice the setups, kids. And coaches, do better. Please, let's move on. Havoc went 9-0 and is the only undefeated UEL player. But flip that script and the Shoguns' Kara Kazik went 0-9. Oh, the UEL has more ups and downs than Oprah's waistline, and it's just week 1. I have a question that begs an answer. Are the Reapers taking a cue from their fearless leader, the Cat? As it's well known around the league, the Cat and Hollywood are having issues. But in the Cat's absence, Ricky Rock'em Sock'em Robot took to the mic to do a little trash talking with Hollywood right in the room. Yeah, run it back. You're gonna like that. 0 F's given by Ricky. But what does that say between the relationship of the Reapers and the Blade? They could have been sister teams, but there are no sister teams in the UEL. There is only one winner for $1 million. No friends, just frenemies and enemies. The Reapers are looking to take that 4-peat though, and they looked darn good without the Cat, without Hollywood, and they handed out a Beetlejuice beat down to the Ghost. Cutters, Quarty, Ricky, Midnight, all showed up and showed out. I don't know, but I'll tell you this. I am about to trademark the word 4-peat. Mark my words. Or buy my words. I don't know how trademarking works. And lastly, I have a question. Did the Cyclones play bad or did the bots not play well? Good question, right? I think it's a little bit of both. But I am darn sure Billy will put his thinking cap on and come up with some strats, whereas the Cyclones need to do a deep dive before they can come up for air. It's going to be a little hard-fought battle for you if you keep your clock management and wasting timeouts and losing games by forfeiting. You can do better. Cyclones, do better. Now it's time to see if I go 4-0. Let's get out the magic 8-ball. It's time for predictions. And now it's time to get on our magic 8-ball and make some predictions. First off this week, Thursday night, we've got the LAX Gods. They're 1-0, going against the brand spanking new. Take your shoes off before you enter, because don't you want to get dirt on the carpet? Blaze. Oh, the LAX Gods looked very good the other day. AJ showing up, Havoc was there, and even the young gun, Sin, contributed to the party. Whereas even though the Blaze have one of the top 2 players in the entire league, Hollywood behind the wheel, they've got their work cut out for them. They're not proven. I want to see if they've got the chemistry to make it work. Until then, I'm taking the X Gods, and so should you. Next up, we've got the back-to-back-to-back champions of the league, and they're 1-0 in Season 9, going up against the 0-0 Wolves. Well, the Wolves, look, I know you guys like to travel in a pack, but it's going to take an entire army to take out the Reapers. They have proven that without Cat, without Hollywood, it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. We got Ricky, we got Cordy, we got Midnight. We're good. The Reapers are going for numero 4, and this is just going to be another win, another notch on the post, if you will. Reapers are taking this one. And on Saturday night, we've got the Ravens versus the Bots. The Ravens are 0-0 unproven, whereas the Bots are 1-0. However, they didn't look stellar out of the gates. Well, the Ravens have Exile, and will he bring some of that nasty Easter game juju to the Ravens? I certainly hope not. And so does Edgar Allan Poe, because he's written some sad, sad stories. Will this season be a happy one or another sad one? Well, the Bots are in their way, and if I know anything about the GOAT, he is not going to let the Bots sit on their laurels. No, he's going to put the brain to work. I can hear the hamster wheel turning. The Bots are going to take this. They'll make the adjustments that they need to, and they'll come out on top, because Billy the Goat said so. And my match of the week, the Sunday matchup, sees the 0-0 unproven clique versus the 1-0 Bandits. Well, hopefully we won't have a hangover from Chicken Tech from the finals, where he was made to be a wolf pack of one. Hopefully they've gotten over that whole fiasco, and they're ready to get back to their winning ways. Now the Bandits, they won. They're 1-0, but they played the Paladins, and the Paladins, they were in a different place on a different playground playing a different game the other day. So the Bandits, I don't know. They showed that they can get a win, but not against a very good team, whereas I think the Clique's got this. So I'm taking the Clique. And those are my predictions. Let's find out. Hey, Magic 8 Ball, how'd I do this week? You may rely on it. I don't know what that means. It's better than no. Look, I've got questions, and hopefully you've got answers. It's time for 5 questions. And on this edition of Technical Timeout, I am graced and blessed to be in the presence of one of the GOATs of the UEL. I'm going to go, without a doubt, top 3, but we'll discuss that in just a little bit. I've got the GM, the owner, and the Tier 1 player of the Blaze. It's Hollywood, baby.
Hello. Thank you for the opportunity to be on the show with the GOAT commentator that we have in the league, Logan Summit. I'm excited to be on Technical Timeout, and I'm excited to see what you got for me today.
All right, let's start it off with a hard one, man. We got to turn the mirror on you. Look, you have had a lot of professional ups from where I'm standing, but I need you to tell us all about your biggest professional disappointment.
Is this regarding UEL or
UEL?
Okay, yeah. I'd probably say, we were never perfect. We were never a perfect team like Karma was in the past seasons, or Eclipse, or New Moon. All 3 of those were the same team. So we were never as perfect as them. So we would lose a game or 2 in the regular season, which was pretty disappointing. But we'd always come back and win in the finals.
All right,
But
so
I would say
you
the
want to
most
be the Dolphins, baby. You want to go undefeated season, right?
100%. Yeah, like I was very disappointed my first game ever coming into season 5, and we actually versed Karma, aka Eclipse, aka New Moon. My first game, and coming into that game, I knew that we were better than them, but I knew that we couldn't prove it yet until we had more practice as a team. So I was very disappointed when we lost.
Well, the great
because it was
John
my
Wooden,
first game.
great John Wooden said, "Perfect practice makes perfect." So hopefully the Blaze can be that perfect season for you. Let's move on. Question number 2. All right, I met her just the other day. Her real name's Haley, and I feel like you follow her on social media. Do you follow the Hawk Tour girl?
I don't know if I follow her, but I see a lot of posts of her. I might follow her on TikTok, but I'm not sure about Instagram and stuff.
All right. Well, she's just trying to make the world a better place, one loogie at a time. Very, very, very nice girl from a very small town in Tennessee. She's getting her 15 minutes, and she's trying to do the best with it. All right. Number 3. This one's going to hit you hard where it counts, okay? Can you really win the UEL championship this season in the inaugural season with the Blaze? Can you do it?
I think as long as we put in the work that we have been putting in, as long as we consistently get better every week, I think we can. I think I have some of the best rookies in the whole draft, and we have the perfect organization of team where we have a fighting game player, a sports game player, and everybody plays the team games. So I think with how our roster is rounded out, I think as long as we continue to get better, I think we can beat them. Anybody.
That's right. Napkin for MVP, right? I heard that come out of your mouth on Inside the Wheel. And hey, also said on Inside the Wheel, I'm looking for you to be the MVP, because if you can get the Blaze to the playoffs or beyond, I say you have ran up that hill full steam, baby, and you've done your job as a GM, an owner, a coach, and a tier 1, because it's all in your hands as far as I can see it. You're in control of this ship, and I can't wait to see how Season 9 goes for you. Moving right along. Now we're going to get into an interesting conversation. This is different because it definitely changes from generation to generation. I got to ask, is it LeBron or Michael Jordan? MJ or LeBron, baby?
Hey, I'm going LeBron. I like MJ a lot. I think he's the GOAT, but he's the GOAT before the GOAT came in. As soon as when LeBron came in, and the longevity and all the records he has broken, I don't care how long he's been in the league, longer than Jordan. I don't care about the finals records. He is the best NBA player ever.
Oh my gosh. All right, LeBron. Look, I'm an MJ guy, but that's because I am old. I am so old. Look, I have to just for men this more than you'd like to admit to. And the last question of 5 questions, the 5th question. Let's get real for a second, brother. Titus gives me a UEL team. And by the way, that team would be called the Summits.
That's fire, actually.
Yeah, that's
I like
fire,
that.
right? And I've got my draft picks, and I can either take the Cat or I can take Hollywood. Who's my GOAT, baby? Who's my GOAT?
Hey, you better pick me, because I'm going to be there longer than he will be. He said he's here until it starts getting a little difficult, and then he's going to take the backseat and be an owner. I'm here to compete my whole life. Yeah. So if you want a long-lasting player and owner and GM, I'm the guy to do it for you.
I love that. You know what? Cat's off in China somewhere while you're there playing and practicing and getting it done. All right, that was 5 questions, but hold on. I've got a 6th question to sneak in here. Yo, the other day when the Reapers were playing Ricky, you're so fine, you blew my mind. Hey, Ricky, rock'em sock'em. While you were in the room, took to the microphone to say, the Reapers didn't need you. Do you have any words for Ricky Rock'em Sock'em and the Reapers this season?
I didn't even hear that. So it must have been probably when they took him for that interview.
It was.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't need me that game, apparently. I mean, I know the Ghosts are bad, but I didn't know they were that bad. But I think when it comes down to crunch time, if my team continues to improve, when they have to verse the Click, when the Bots or Ravens make it into the finals, if it's not us, you're going to need somebody to help carry you in half the game. So
And you know what? Hollywood has been doing his back exercises. He's been doing lat pull downs, and he's ready to carry the Blaze on to victory. Hollywood, thank you for being here. And I wish you nothing but the best of luck in season 9 and your race for $1 million. And now it's time for the blame game. It's time for the segment you asked for, and ask and you shall receive. It's time to play the blame game. And this week's guest is your friend and mine. He's from the Shotguns, as Hollywood would have you say, but you know him as the Florida Shoguns, baby. It's my main man, DZ.
What's going on, sir? How you doing, Logan?
I am absolutely fantastic, but I wake up like that. Now, are you ready to play the blame game?
Hey, I'm trying to see who I'm gonna blame today. Let's go.
Well, you know the rules, but you don't know what we're gonna see. And man, I gotta tell you, I might be a neophyte in this league, but there is a meta on certain games, and you gotta pick to play, and you gotta play within that meta. And I'll tell you, there is a meta on Wreckfest, and the Shoguns went against it. Let's check out that clip.
X-Gods, are you going the other way? Oh,
he's going around.
Cars is about to be done already. No, one's gone. All right, Zick, why are we picking cars? All right, on this map of all maps, why are we picking cars?
Oh my gosh! Yo, DZ, you must have been having a mental breakdown and a heart attack. I almost had a stroke. Do I smell burnt grass or toast? What's happening? Dude, who the heck picked 2 cars during Wreckfest? Cars versus buses. Buses win every time.
Dude, you smell burnt rubber, not burnt grass.
I love it. I love it. Now, looking at that clip, looking at your team, I need to know, you can't blame yourself, but who from the Shoguns is to blame?
You know what? I blame the game.
Uh-oh.
It's the blame game. I'm blaming the game. They say don't hate the player, hate the game. So I'm hating the game. Okay. So we try to have one car, all right? Yeah. One racer, just in case, you know, we need somebody to just get the points. But my player, Car Kozik, he chose a bus, and in the game, he was a car. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Wreckfest, come on. Let me know.
I don't know. I think you're going to have to talk to Pixar about that. It sounds like they know what's going on. I'm just saying. Look, I blame Black Diamond. I blame Black Diamond.
No, I can't do that.
Black Diamond has been in the league long enough where he should have spoke up and said, yo, bro, cars? Really, cars?
Like, you know what? I don't think he was paying attention. I think he was more focused on the next game and, like, the strategy of the lineup coming up and not on the game at hand, you know? Because Wreckfest is a weird 50-50 game. Anybody can win that.
Yo, any given Sunday, anyone can win at Wreckfest, right?
Exactly.
All right. You know what? I'll take it.
Great answer. I know. Great answer.
Yo, you pat yourself on the back. You did good work. But I've got another question for you, man.
Okay.
One of the casters called you out. Lockdown said that you need to bench yourself and become a full-time coach. Do you have any response to Lockdown's statement?
Everybody knows how comedic that is, because Titus beat Lockdown actually to make him become a coach / commentator.
Yo, Titus put Lockdown into lock with a beatdown, and now he's regulated to talking about games instead of playing them?
Exactly.
Ooh,
that's something where I don't speak on that because that would never happen to me. Somebody who doesn't play games can't just come here and just beat me. But it happened to Lockdown, so he should talk about that.
Hey, I said it last
Not
week.
About me.
I said it last week, and I'm going to say it again. There is a difference between a pro gamer and an end gamer. And if you know, now you know. And now it's time for my hot take. And now it's time for my hot take. As if it wasn't bad enough, you've had to listen to my opinion all show long. I got one more for you. And Hot Take is brought to you by Newhouse. Visit newhouse.com today. Use code LoganRadioRocks. You'll save tons of money on couches, love seats, office chairs. Don't buy gaming chairs. They suck. Trust me. Your butt will thank you. Go to newhouse.com right now and get that furniture that you've always wanted. Use code LoganRadioRocks. Each week on Hot Take, I'm gonna give you my opinion on something that's bothering me. And to prove to you that it's just a stream of consciousness, I'm gonna throw on my shade. Now, originally I wanted to talk to you about this girl who called me old the other day, but that will have to wait for another week. She might not be wrong, but we will get into that. Because this week, I am upset that the tier 1s did not show up. Well, some of you did, but some of you did not. LA, Chris G, and Spicy, where were you? All together, they got 8 wins, whereas Jury, AJ, and Billy all averaged about 8 wins each. Those are the tier 1s getting it done. The other tier 1s just didn't show up. But good news, it's week 1. You still have room to improve. And I know, Chris G, I know you have forgotten more about fighting games than I will ever know about all of video games combined. But you're not a tier 1. Well, not this week. And tier 1s must be confident and competent on all 33 games on the wheel. It's not enough to just be good at your game. That's not enough. How do you expect to be the leader of your team if you don't put the time in on Lumina Rush? Put the time in. And by the way, just so you know, tier 1s, you're expected to win your games. And that goes for the rest of the tiers. You're getting paid to play. Guess what? You're expected to win your games. It's that simple. So tier 1s, it's time to do your due diligence. Sit down. Get familiar with all 33 games on the wheel and become a leader, because that's why you hold the bag. And that's my hot take. And just like that, it's over. Time flies when you're having fun. You've been listening to me talk trash all show long. Now it's your turn. Tell me what you think in the chat. Am I crazy? Am I dead on right? Or am I just plain wrong? I want to hear from you. And remember, the race for $1 million continues mañana. And all week long, Thursday through Sunday, I will be there with you, making a special cameo on the broadcast stage. Ooh, yeah, get excited. We're gonna turn it up to 11, so be there all week long. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we got you covered. We've got your hot video game action all weekend long. So buckle up. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. So be good to yourself and be kind to others. Pay it forward, play it forward. Rock like a party star, party like a rock star. Smile strong, laugh loud, and last but not least, please like, follow, and subscribe. This has been episode 2 of Technical Timeout on the Ultimate Endgamers League channel. I'm Logan Summit. We'll see you next time.